I cross over to my colleague now, SABC News reporter Natasha Phiri, who's on the other side with more ANC delegates. Natasha, it's over to you.
Well, thank you so much, Fundo. Actually, in the media center, and this is where we bring you a various range of interviews with various, people, namely the provincial conveners or chairpersons or provincial chairpersons of the various provinces of the ANC across the country. You would remember there in the midterm report that was delivered by the ANC Secretary General, Mr. Fikile Mbalula, just basically outlining the dire state of the ANC in the Western Cape, saying that the ANC in the province of the Western Cape operates in the most hostile political terrain in the country. And of course, you would know that the NEC now established a provincial task team to strengthen the provincial structure. And joining us now is the provincial convener of the Western Cape, Mr. Jeremiah Thuynsma. I hope I got your surname right.
My surname is Thuynsma. Jeremiah is my name.
Okay. So just, I think first and foremost, when you look at the political report of the ANC Secretary General, Mr. Fikile Mbalula, saying that the ANC actually operates in a very hostile terrain, the Western Cape, you're in the opposition benches. How will you ensure that you actually claw back those numbers or into power perhaps in the Western Cape?
The important thing basically for the ANC in the Western Cape now is to reconnect with the people. Because we must be honest and say that we have basically left our communities on their own. And therefore we must now go back and listen to them what the issues are, and also then bring some suggestions of what it is that we intend to do to basically reconnect with them and again regain the confidence of the community, because that basically is why the SG would say that we are in a hostile basically environment.
And I like the fact that you highlight reconnecting to the people. You look at the documents of the NGC, especially when it talks about the national question. How do you think, in the context of the Western Cape, the ANC could appeal to other racial groups within the province?
No, I think the important thing is for the ANC to, for instance, go to Mitchell's Plain, where crime and violence is very high, gangsterism, shooting every day, is to go there and talk to the people from Mitchell's Plain. See what it is that the ANC can do as a national government to deal with the issue of gangsterism and crime, extortion, and that way the community will see that we're not just there for elections, but really to deal with issues that really affects them on a daily basis.
Other than these issues that you've highlighted, what other inputs will you be making in plenary?
No, I think for us basically is to say that the ANC in the Western Cape is possibly the province best placed to deal with non-racialism of our country. Therefore, the national question that we have raised. And we need to basically project that in the way that we do our business. Everybody in the Western Cape must feel that the ANC can be that home for them. It must become a home for all. And that basically is the kind of project that we want to start.
Mr. Jeremiah, thank you so much for your time and all the best in plenary. Fundo, let me just take this conversation to the Provincial Secretary of the ANC in the Free State, Mr. Puleditso Motswaneng. And yesterday, you also heard that the ANC Secretary General, Mr. Fikile Mbalula, painting a bleak picture, basically, of the ANC, in the Free State, Mfundo, highlighting that the province isn't doing so well, has major organizational challenges, weakened branches. And of course, this is another province where through the NEC support, the Free State actually wants to rebuild capacity and capability. Mr. Motswaneng, thank you so much for joining us on SABC News. So how is the province faring so well?
Currently, we are doing well. There's stability politically and even in terms of the existing structures on the ground, which in the past, numerically speaking, we are weak. We have an aggregation of the number of branches that are now in good standing, and as things stand, we are in the process of infusing political education to can be able to empower our own members so that they can know everything about their own organization.
Before I hand back to Mfundo, there was an indictment there by the president yesterday where he says when it comes to issues of local government, when it comes to issues of the state and the capabilities of the state, it can't be that municipalities always have to outsource just simple basic things that the municipality can actually do. For example, if one municipality could actually clean themselves instead of outsourcing cleaning services. What is the Free State doing in this regard?
In fact, that is true, and that is the reason why, if you remember, that we have managed to intervene in a number of municipalities, changing the political leadership, but of course would also even go to the administration. The level of service delivery was not impressive. That is why the intervention by the Provincial Executive Committee, and we think with that measure of intervening in those municipalities would be able to up the ante so that we can be able, in the next foreseeable future, report a positive progress in terms of the delivery of services to our people.
And in upping the ANC, what contributions will you be making as a province to these NGC documents?
We have indicated that in terms of whatever that has been proposed in a number of propositions for the renewal of the ANC, improvement of service delivery, there are specific issues that the province have contributed in terms of our ideas and what obtains on the ground. And part of those, in the main, which is so telling, is that we need to go and implement what the NEC has resolved, the issue of integrity of the organization. Secondly, we need to go and profile individuals in terms of what is called lifestyle audits of individuals, both at the political level and the private.
And have you started in the Free State with lifestyle audits?
We have started at the level of the provincial government, where the Premier is now undertaking that. So we were only left within the politics so that we can have the reputable agency to can do that on behalf of the NC.
Mr. Motsaneng, thank you so much for your time. Of course, Mfundo, these are the views of the various provincial structures and leaderships in the province. Of course, we'll be bringing you more of these as, of course, discussions about those various commissions take place behind closed doors. But that said, it's back to you, Mfundo.